Hey guys, Urbanized Dreams here, and today's video I'm going to be switching up the net protector here. Right now I have the Cusco protector, which I never liked because I just don't like the color. It just looks very bleh, I don't know, it's just like if you're going for like a different flashy approach or a car show, it looks cool, but I don't know, for me it's a little bit too much. So a company I like, Zero Sports from Japan, they made a new one. Just recently released a black one, and I know there's some American brands that have these too, but I like JDM stuff, and I'm doing an OEM plus build, so pretty much everything's gonna be STI catalog and with a few exceptions, so something like this. So I want to kind of keep it Japanese themed, but I think it's gonna look way better. Like for example, it just looks so much more tame, even with the Cusco. But I got the STI tower bar I'm gonna be doing a video on. But yeah, we're gonna see how it's gonna look, and it's very like technical here with the installation. There's like all these pieces and everything, so we'll see. Something I don't like about some of the American brands that there is a lot of times the netting here, it's very condensed, and you want, this is blocking airflow, but so you want it to have a little bit bigger holes to block less airflow. And the thing I just noticed with Zero Sports, I was kind of wondering how they, because for them on the pictures it seemed like it was a bit more like the American style, but now that I'm doing a comparison between Cusco and this, and they're actually exactly the same. So I think they just literally copied Cusco's netting and did their own thing, because it's the exact same. So that's a very good thing. And I know some people are talking about, oh, it has blockage, like you're blocking airflow, like why would you want this? And the reason I want it is because of this. For example, here I have like this little damage there. And the thing is that, yes, it blocks airflow compared to not having the net. But the thing is that Subaru doesn't put a net because think about it. Like, they're marketing the car's brand new. When they're doing tests, the car's brand new. So, everything, all the fins are in perfect condition. But in the future, like after 10 years owning the car, all these fins start breaking. And if you're going to have like 50% broken fins, like it's going to be the same as having a protector. So by putting the protector, sure, you're losing airflow, maybe you're losing 50%, maybe you're losing 20%, who knows. But the thing is that in the long run you're going to lose airflow regardless, because these get damaged, and if you try to like straighten them out, it just looks like crap. So that's why I do it. Some people are against it. I think if you're trying to push like a super crazy track car, you don't want these nettings. They're not going to be good for you because they are going to block airflow. But if you're just doing street driving and you just want to keep it protected, I don't see the problem. And it looks way better because this looks way better when it's like that. So I think it looks better. It kind of like covers up all the damage. Actually, one thing I'm noticing though that's better on the Cusco than the Zero Sports is Zero Sports actually blocks the fins a bit more than the Cusco, so that actually is a minus on Zero Sports, but I mean, I don't really care. I'm actually closing that hole, which I'm personally happy with. So yeah, I don't know, it's weird. The Zero Sports, they added these extra pieces here, I'm not sure why, but I think it's because they want you to use their little they have this like little like intake air splitter that you can put on top of this, and I think that's why they did that, but whatever. So we're gonna install and see how it is. Right, so this is the intercooler guard Zero Sports. Just like 5,000 things here to do. I'm not gonna do a video how I'm doing this, because I'm assuming if you buy this, you're gonna have the manual already, and if you buy it used, it's already gonna have the little protectors underneath, because they give you these. And it's so nice how like the Japanese do it, where they're already pre-cut, and then same with here, everything's pre-cut, so beautiful. You got the nice quality pieces, the bolts, and the funny thing is I opened this up and the first thing I smelled was this fish. So yeah, Japan, yo. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna do this and then we'll continue. So the Zero Sports stuff, you got these little clamps that are gonna be going here and holding it in place, and you put the little protector foam here and here. And it's always funny to me, like, why don't these companies just do this themselves? Like, why do we have to do it? But I don't know, probably cost savings. And then this is the back. So you put two there, two there, and then these you put them like that vertically, and then when you put it in there, it's very nice and soft, and it doesn't scratch anything, and it's not going to rattle. So very smartly thought out. And instead of those bolts, they're giving us their own bolts to use. I think just because visually they look nicer. I'll see what I decide to use. I'll see how good these are, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so while I'm installing this, I just wanted to show you this. I will use the black ones actually, because when you're looking at here, when you install the black, it's gonna look better instead of having a silver nut, or silver bolt, sorry. And one thing to note is that when you do get this, if you are lazy to look at the manual, they'll come with these washers. These washers are not for this part of the installation. These washers are if you decide that you have or want the Cool Action 2 from Zero Sports, which is a splitter that you can put on top of this. That's when you use the washer. So you don't actually use it for this procedure. So while tightening these nuts, I've just noticed something that you should do is that, let me try to do a camera adjustment here, is when you're screwing this in, this goes inward, and then you kind of have a hole here. So you kind of have to put your fingers behind that, put your other finger like pushing forward on this, and then you tighten it, and then it'll be better like that. So yeah, and now you don't have that kind of hole looking there. Got everything installed. Another thing I like to point out is here, you can't do it too tight, because once you start doing it extremely tight on this side, this starts kind of bending. So you kind of adjust it, it's good, it's not gonna go anywhere. The thing I like about this one already more than the Cusco is just that it's so tightly on it. There's no like flex compared to Cusco. Like Cusco, you'd have kind of flexing upwards here. So definitely nice, and I really like the black finish. It just looks way cleaner, especially with the STI tower bar. Now, last thing left to do is, let me check my pockets, putting on their little logo thing, which you can or cannot do, but I'm gonna do it personally, so be right back. Right, so I put the logo and the final piece, peel that off. Bam, looks great. I think it just looks more kind of expensive and premium with the logo, just because it's just this black piece. It's kind of nice having their piece there. The Zero Sports, they're like an old JDM brand that specializes in Subarus. So if you haven't heard of them, it's probably because you don't have a Subaru. But yeah, they're pretty cool. I think they're like on the realms of Perrin, stuff like that, in like the American equivalent. They're not as known as like Cusco or like Beat Rush, but yeah, cool brand. I've always known about them. So there you go. This is what it looks like. I really like this one over the Cusco. The Cuscos are too flashy for me. Plus this is black. It just looks way more OEM. And yeah, I mean, the only issue mine had was it came with this little scratch there from the box. Not really a big deal. It's gonna get a little bit banged up anyways, like the Cusco probably from the these parts getting hot. But yeah, I just love how it sits so flush. It's not going anywhere. Looks great, and yeah, I'm excited. Well, I mean, it's not really gonna do anything. It's just, it looks better than having those rock chips visible all the time. So yeah, there you go. So that's it.